When people imagine being young and successful, they often picture the visible signs first: a luxury car parked outside a modern building, expensive clothes, exclusive restaurants, and a lifestyle that communicates achievement before anyone knows the story behind it. In a world where financial success is constantly displayed through images and social media, it becomes easy to confuse looking wealthy with actually building wealth. The two can appear similar from the outside, but they are created through completely different decisions. A young person who suddenly earns more money faces a financial choice that is more psychological than mathematical. The increase in income creates a new level of possibility, but it also creates new expectations. The apartment becomes too small, the old car feels outdated, and the lifestyle that once seemed comfortable starts feeling insufficient. This process is known as lifestyle inflation, where spending gradually increases as income rises. The person may be earning more than ever before, yet the feeling of financial pressure remains because every increase in income is immediately converted into new expenses. The interesting part is that lifestyle inflation is not caused only by a lack of discipline. It is connected to how the human brain adapts to new circumstances. Psychologists call this phenomenon hedonic adaptation, where people quickly become accustomed to improvements in their environment. A purchase that creates excitement today often becomes normal tomorrow, and the brain begins searching for the next upgrade. This creates a cycle where consumption increases, but satisfaction does not grow at the same rate. This is why investing early is less about sacrificing enjoyment and more about understanding opportunity cost. Every financial decision represents a choice between different possibilities. Money spent today can provide immediate experiences, comfort, or status, while money invested can potentially create future flexibility. The decision is not about one being always correct and the other always wrong. It is about recognizing that every dollar directed toward one purpose cannot be used for another. Imagine two people in their 20s who both receive an additional $10,000. The first person uses the money to upgrade their lifestyle, choosing purchases that create immediate satisfaction. The second person decides to invest the money while continuing to develop their career and financial knowledge. In the beginning, there may be almost no visible difference between them. Both people still work, both experience normal financial challenges, and neither outcome is guaranteed. The difference appears because of time. Investing is not powerful because of a single decision. It is powerful because consistent decisions interact with time. When money is placed into productive assets, potential returns can create additional growth. This process, known as compounding, means that future growth is based not only on the original amount, but also on previous gains. The earlier someone understands this mechanism, the more years they have for the system to operate. The first years of investing can feel slow because progress is often difficult to notice. A small portfolio does not create dramatic changes overnight. This can make people believe that investing is ineffective, when in reality many financial systems are built around gradual accumulation rather than immediate transformation. A tree does not appear large during its first season of growth, but years of consistent development create a completely different result. Throughout history, many people who accumulated wealth focused on ownership rather than appearance. They acquired productive assets, built businesses, invested in opportunities, or developed valuable skills. Their financial progress was often invisible during the early stages, because wealth creation usually happens quietly before it becomes noticeable. The public often sees the final outcome but rarely sees the years of decisions that created it. Modern culture creates a different incentive system. Social platforms reward visibility, and visible consumption is easier to display than invisible financial progress. Nobody sees a retirement account growing, an investment portfolio being built, or a person choosing patience over immediate spending. This creates an unusual situation where the behaviors that create long-term financial strength are often less visible than the behaviors that create temporary impressions of success. This does not mean young people should avoid enjoying their income. Money exists to support life, experiences, relationships, and personal goals. The issue appears when consumption becomes the only measurement of success. A person who spends everything to maintain an image may become dependent on constantly increasing income just to maintain the same lifestyle. A person who balances enjoyment with ownership creates more options for the future. The concept of financial freedom is often misunderstood because people imagine it as a specific amount of money or a perfect lifestyle. In reality, it is closely connected to having choices. Building assets can create more flexibility because financial decisions become less dependent on immediate income. The purpose of investing is not simply accumulating numbers on a screen. It is creating a stronger relationship between current decisions and future possibilities. For young people, the most valuable investment may begin with a change in identity. Instead of asking, "What can I buy to show that I am successful?" a different question can be asked, "What can I build that gives me more options later?" This shift changes the role of money. It moves money from being only a tool for consumption into a tool for creating ownership and opportunity. The difference between looking rich and building wealth is often invisible in the beginning. One path focuses on symbols that communicate success today, while the other focuses on systems that may create stability over time. Both choices are available, but they lead to different financial patterns. Being young provides one advantage that cannot be purchased later: time. Time allows small decisions to develop, mistakes to become lessons, and consistent habits to compound. The goal is not to reject enjoyment or chase a perfect financial formula. It is to understand the systems behind money and make decisions with awareness. Because in the long run, wealth is rarely defined by what someone can display. It is often defined by what they quietly build when nobody is watching.